Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. So in the previous video tutorial, as you guys remembered, that we have successfully stored the post images, inside the Firebase storage. Now the time is to get the post description alongside with the post image and the user unique ID and the user name, and we have to store it inside the Firebase database. So yeah, let's do it. That is, we have to we have to save it so that we can easily identify that is the current post is belong to which user. Okay, so then we will display all these users, all these posts from different user on the home activity, or you can say on the main activity. So first go to the post activity, and here we left off in the previous tutorial, that is when we store the image to the Firebase storage. So first of all, when the task is successful, then here we can basically get the link of that image which is stored inside the Firebase storage. So here we can create a string type variable, or let me initialize this variable above, because we will be using it twice. So here we can say private string here. So we can initialize that variable here. So we can say, call it download URL. Now come down here, and here we can say download URL equals to task.getResult .get download URL .toString. So in this way we get the link of that image from the Firebase storage, and we save it inside this download URL variable, which is a string type data type variable. And then we will display this toast message. And now is the time to store basically the post information inside the Firebase database. So after this toast message, what we gonna do? We are going to create a method here. We will call it saving post information to database. So yeah, let's create this method, and this is our method which is created successfully. So inside this method we can say, we are going to save the post information to the Firebase database. First, let me tell you one thing, that is, we will be needing basically the user full name and then the profile image, because we will display the full name of a user and the profile image of a user alongside with the user post. So we will be needing these things. So we have to first get the user, the full name of a user and the profile image. So yeah, let's do it. So here we can say, first we have to create a reference to the users node. So here we will create a database reference, and we will call it users ref, which means user reference. And here inside this on create we can say user ref. It is just user ref. .get reference .child users. And now come down here, and here we can say inside this method users ref. So we are basically going to retrieve first the profile image of a user and the user full name from the users node, and then we will store it inside the post node which we are going to create to store the post information. So here we can say user ref .child, and the child will be the current user, who is online and who is basically going to update this new post. So to get that, we need a Firebase auth. So here we can say private Firebase auth, and let's call it mauth. And then inside this onCreate method, here above this post image reference we can say mauth equals to Firebase auth dot get instance. And now let's get the current user ID. So we will be needing a variable, so let initialize it here. Okay, we will be using the string data type variable, so let's call it current underscore user underscore ID. So now here we can say current user ID equals to mauth dot get user dot get uid, put a semicolon here. So in this way we get the current user ID, and we will pass that current user ID here, and then we will add a value event listener. Add value event listener, new value event listener. Make sure to put a semicolon here first, and inside this onDataChange method first we need to add a validation here, that is if the child exists then we will execute the rest of the code. So if data snapshot exists, because if you do not add this then our app will crash in case if there is no child in the Firebase database under the nodes users. Sorry, we are working on the user reference, not post. Okay, so now we will basically work on the post node once we get the user profile and user full name. So now here we will first get the user profile image, then the user full name. So let's create a string type variable and we will call it full name, or we can say user full name equals to data snapshot dot child, and here we need to use the same variable, which is this one. Okay, so make sure to use the same name which is inside this Firebase database, which is full name. So here we can say full name dot get value. So in this way we basically get the full name of a user from the database and we store it inside this user full name variable. And make sure to write here at the end to string. Okay, so we have to convert the name to the string and we store it inside the string type variable, which is user full name. And in the next line we can get the user profile image, so we can call it user profile image equals to data snapshot dot child, and the child is, let me check the name first, it is profile image dot get value dot to string. So in this way we get the user full name and the user profile image. Now the next thing is to add the post information inside the Firebase database, and for that first of all we will be creating a node which will be the post node. Okay, so let's come here above and first let's create a reference to the post node which we are going to develop. So we have this database reference for the user ref, and put a comma here, and now we need a post ref. So this is our post ref, and now come down here we can say, let's copy this for the time saving and let's paste it, and we will change it to the post ref. And this now we are going to create the post node. So this is our post node reference. So come down here and inside our method, which is this one, saving in post information. So now here we can say, first we need a hash map, so we can say hash map, and let's call it post map because we are going to save the post information, so that's why I call it post map. So we can say new hash map, and we can say post map. So the first thing which we will be needing is, okay, first let me write post map dot put. So first we will store the user ID okay, the unique user ID, which you know that it is stored inside the variable called current user ID. So this is basically the title for it, which will be stored inside the Firebase database, and alongside with it there will be a current user ID. So put a semicolon here, and let's copy this, and so that we can change it for the date, time, description, post image, and profile image, and the full name. So let's paste it, and we will change it for that. So the second one will be the date. So the date, you know that it is saved inside the variable called save current date, and the next one is the time. So it is still stored inside the variable called save current time, and the third one is the post description. So let's call it description, and it is stored inside the variable called description, DES, this one. And then we have image, the post image URL. So we can call it post image, and it is stored inside the variable called download URL. And then we have to store the profile image of a user, so we can call it profile, IMAGE, profile image, and it is stored inside this user profile image, which we retrieved now. So user profile image, and let's copy it once more time. So we will change it for the user full name, so we can call it full name, okay, because it is already available by the name full name inside the Firebase database. So that's why I do not want to change the name, and it is available, I mean it is the name is stored inside this variable, so which is user full name. So yeah, that's it. This is our whole map, okay. And now in the next line we can simply save it inside Firebase database. So we can say post ref.child, and all we need is to pass this post map which store all these data. So we can say use post ref.child post map, okay. But before passing this post map, we have to give it a random name, which we already give it to the, I mean when we were storing the image to the Firebase storage, and which is stored inside this post random name, okay. So we will save the, I mean we will first use this, we have to assign a unique random name, or you can say unique random ID to the post, for the post also, to save it inside the Firebase database. So yeah, let's do it. We can say here post random name, post ref dot child post random name dot update children, and now we are going to pass the post map, and then we need to add a on complete listener so that it can notify the user that your post is updated successfully. So we can say dot add on complete listener, new on complete listener, and make sure to put a semicolon here first, and inside this on complete method we can say if task dot is successful, then we are going to display a toast message, which we will basically tell the user that is post is updated successfully. Okay, let's call it new post. New post is updated successfully, and then we are going to display the error if any error occur. So for that we are just going to display a simple toast message, and we can say error occurred while updating your post. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And if the task is successful, then we are going to send the user to the main activity, that is if the post is updated successfully, new post is updated successfully. So here we can call a method which will be send user to main activity, okay. So this is basically the method, if you remember, which in this method we basically create an intent which will allow the user to go to the main activity. I mean, we will basically send the user from post activity to main activity. And you can see that this is the post random name. Okay, in order to make it more unique, we can also, I mean, assign it the, basically we can assign it the current user ID also. So we can say current user ID plus post random name. So we have to make it more secure. So in this way we can make the post ID more secure than the just writing the post random name. Okay, so it will I mean, it will combining the current user ID with the post random name, and under, I mean, combine, I mean, along both these things are creating a unique random name, or you can say a unique ID for the user post, so that there will be no chance to replace the user post with someone else post. So yeah, it is fine. All we need is to add a loading bar, or you can say a progress dialog. So come here above, and here we can create a progress dialog. So here we can say private progress dialog, let's call it loading bar. And now come to the onCreate method, and here we can initial, I mean, here we can say loading bar equals to new progress dialog. This is the context, and put a semicolon here. And now for the time saving, let's go to the setup activity, and here from here we can simply copy the title and the message for the loading bar. So copy this from here, and we will change it for the post. So now close it, and now on our post activity, come down here, and here when we say, that is this one. Okay, when a user click on this update post button, then we are first validating the data. So here we can say inside this else statement, we are going to paste that, and we can change it to add new post, and this will be please wait while we are updating your new post. That's it. And now come down here, and here when inside this save post information to database, when the task is successful, here when the task is successful, then we are going to dismiss the loading bar. And also if the task is successful, then we are going to dismiss the loading bar, I mean if the error occurs inside the else statement. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And now let's run our app. So our app is running now successfully, and let's go to the post activity, and let's select image from the gallery. So select this one, and now let's write here the post description. So I will say, hello everyone, this is my first post on this cool social network, which is poster. And now let's click on this update post button, and it says add new post, please wait while we are updating your new post. And it says image uploaded successfully to storage, and in this way our post is our new post updated successfully. Now let's go to the Firebase database, and here you can see that the new node, which is post, if I expand it, you can see that, so you can see that this is a unique random ID, I mean for each post which a user will upload, or you can say which a user will update, or you can say a new image when a user upload to this social network website, then there will be a unique random ID, so that there will be no chance to mix the, to replace the user images with other people images. So if I expand this, then you can see that we have the date, which is 4th March 2018, which is today's date. If I show it to you, and you can see that today that is 4th, okay, and the time is 7:38. You can see that now it is 7:39, I mean, which is 1 minute, I mean, updated, okay, because I updated the post 1 minute earlier. And this is the post description. Hello everyone, this is my first post, and this is the full name, I mean, that is the user who updated this post, which is Muhammad Ali, which is my name. And this is the post image link to from the Firebase database, and this is the profile image of a user, and this is the unique user ID, which is this one. Okay, so now if I go to the Firebase storage, click on this post images, and now let me show to you guys the post image also. So you can see that this is the image which we uploaded, I mean the post image which we uploaded to the school revolutionary social networking app, which is just like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. So yeah, this is it for this video, and in the next video tutorial we will display all the posts, I mean all the posts which a user updated, I mean which a different user updated. We will display all the posts on our home activity, or you can say on our main activity or main page or home page, whatever you call it. Okay, so we will display that in the next video tutorial. So yeah, this is it for this video, and if anyone is new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel, thumbs up for this video, and see you guys in the next video.